So the jobs report last week was so bad that we went from having 3 rate hikes priced in this year to now 0. At the beginning of last week, the odds of a rate hike happening in September were significantly higher than they are now, and in October it was almost an 80% chance that the Federal Reserve was going to raise interest rates. And where we are now is 56% chance that they do nothing in September, and a 40% chance they hold in October, and now 41% chance that they actually cut. The chances of a rate cut happening in October before this lab's last jobs report was 0. And when you go a little further out to the December and January meetings, rate cuts are back on the table. We haven't seen this likelihood since basically 6 months ago. December and January meetings were almost guaranteed to have rate hikes just a couple weeks ago. So one of the reasons this report was so bad is because we were anticipating job growth of over 80,000, and what actually occurred was a job loss of 23,000. Not only that, but the Labor Department revised the previous report to say actually there was 103,000 less jobs than we anticipated in that last report. Now, even though the unemployment rate headline showed 4.1%, it's really because labor participation rate has dropped so drastically. And I made this visual so you can kind of understand with me what's going on. So the official July 2026 was unemployment at 4.1%, and it's because participation rate is so low. You can see even if we had the same participation rate as January of this year, the unemployment rate would actually be at 5.2%. If labor force participation was the same as pre-pandemic levels, you can see that the unemployment rate would actually be at 7.1%. And then when you include pre-pandemic levels plus the people who want a job but aren't included in this statistic, unemployment rate right now would actually be at 7.8%. So it's very important to understand why this headline number that we're seeing is not real. And no wonder the odds of rate hikes have dropped drastically compared to just a week ago. Follow me for more.